everyone, this is Michelle and Gardner with the Family Timeout Podcast. We'll be discussing sports, pop culture, and parenting because kids aren't the only ones that need a timeout.
Am I right?
That's my line. This week we will be starting off the pod with timeout takeaways from pop culture. So a couple things have happened. We got celebrity news, TV and movie updates. First off, Kim Kardashian revealed she failed her bar exam.
Oh, surprise.
It's so embarrassing. I would never tell anyone I was taking the bar. That is so embarrassing.
Well, I think it's good.
I know it's really hard and it is good to share. I'm just saying I would never. I didn't even want to tell my parents I was pregnant. I don't tell anybody.
I will. I think that might be more of a you thing.
These are personal, private matters.
I think it's good that she shared that so people can understand.
I know, but man, just had the whole world just aware of your bar exam and that you failed it. It's just, I can't imagine the pressure. She's spending a lot of time studying for these things. The program she's doing is way more intensive than a normal 4-year school. She has been documenting her experience.
Mm-hmm. I know. I'm just
she hasn't a choice. If she's signed up for law school, it's going to get out there. So I'm just saying, it just sucks for her that she has to have the whole world be aware of her progress. That's I can't imagine the pressure.
Yeah, definitely pressure.
Ariana Grande was basically attacked on the red carpet for Wicked 2 premiere this past week, which is just insane that security could let some random person on the side jump the barrier and get up there and touch her. Who is doing that? Who in their right mind would think that's a good idea to run up there and sneak attack Ariana Grande for a hug? Why would you do that?
I haven't seen it.
There's so much security around. What are you doing?
I haven't seen it. How much did they get a hold of her?
They got up to her and hugged her. But I'm just confused. Who would think that's a good idea? Who would think, oh, at least I'll get a hug for what? My favorite pop star?
Ruin your life.
Yeah, seriously. He's trying to get charged. She's lucky if she doesn't press serious charges against him.
Yeah.
And then these idiots are the ones that ruin it for the rest of us. One day, they might not have these red carpet things where fans can stay on the side anymore because of lunatics like that. It's just really annoying. And I don't know what you gained by that.
Yeah.
And then it was announced that Sabrina Carpenter is going to be in a Alice in Wonderland musical,
cool.
Which makes sense.
Yeah,
she looks like Alice.
Looks like Alice.
So that's exciting.
Yeah.
Dancing with the
just
Stars.
Really inappropriate, Alice.
Yeah. Dancing with the Stars. Andy finally got eliminated. Thank God. Get out of here.
I stopped watching.
Yeah, you never did.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to watch without Andy there. He was the hero of that whole show.
Goodbye, Andy. See you never. Now we can get to the real nitty gritty of this competition. So it was fun. Conan, I still love you. But your guys got to get out of here. We saw Running Man, the movie, and it was the worst thing I've ever seen.
It was not, and she's being dramatic.
If you've read the book, you'll hate it. If you did not read the book, it is a good movie to watch if you haven't read the book. But they changed the ending.
I read the book, and I loved it.
No one asked for your opinions.
Well, we're having a podcast where it's about our opinions.
If you did not read the book, you will like the movie. If it was just the movie, it was a good movie. But they changed the ending, and I don't know who authorized that. Apparently Stephen King did. I don't believe it.
Who is he?
I don't believe it.
What gives him the right?
I don't understand it, and you can sit here and argue with me about it. I don't care. The book was perfection. It ended how it did in the book, and that's how the movie should have ended.
Yeah, I disagree.
Shocker.
I like that. I like how Stephen King said it in the quote you sent me. You get it both ways now. Because you get the book version and then you get the...
So you're saying version. You would look Stephen King in the face and say, I think the way you ended the book was stupid.
No, I said...
So then what's the point?
Well, he's saying that.
What's the point?
He's the one.
Why don't we just change the ending of let's just make Harry Potter just die as a baby. Movie 1, dead.
The Voldemort story.
Yeah, why not? Why not? It's not important to the story. It's not how she intended it when she wrote it.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a little different.
It's not different. It's the same thing.
And it's also Stephen King. I just think it's what I wanted to have happen.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, you're so happy that it ended all nice, wrapped up in a bow for you.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm not talking about this anymore. It's over. I'm just done with
Talked
it.
about it. We
Read
saw.
the book is all I want to say. Read the
So
book.
I leaned over about like 3/4 of the way through the movie, and I was like, I gotta say, they've been doing pretty good with keeping up with the book. And you were like, yes. And then I saw, and then the
Yes, I
ending,
didn't. Yes.
and as soon as the ending came, I was like, oh no, I know how she's gonna be with this one. And I look over and complete grumptress.
You know what I should be doing at the end of the movie? Bawling my eyes out. That's what happened when I read the book. Do you know what I was doing at the end of the movie? Pissed off that this is how it's ending. They robbed me of seeing the ending visually. I've been so excited to see this movie like in a movie format. So excited, and I literally weeks up to us seeing the movie. Oh my god, do you think they're actually gonna do X, Y, Z? I'm not gonna spoil, but like, do you think they're gonna show like this part? Like, there's no way they're gonna show. I've been thinking for the past week. I wonder if they're gonna show this or that, or how are they gonna do this? And it didn't matter. All the stress and excitement and worrying about how they were gonna depict this finale was for nothing because of wimps like this guy that need a nice, perfectly wrapped up ending.
Wimps. No, it's because it's not. It's just you get to see it both ways.
No, that's Gardner's final word about it. I'm just going to tell you to read the book, see the movie, and then comment below how much you hate it.
And your final word is Gardner's wrong.
And if you comment that you like the movie better than the book, you'll be blocked. All right. Next on our list is Survivor. We are catching up. Jeff's still being dramatic. What just happened? Oh, that girl, the one girl, like kind of passed out but didn't. A paramedic guy ran in there, and Jeff's like, "Okay, what's going on here?" I'm like,
But she didn't even pass out. She just had a panic attack.
Just calm down.
She had a panic attack, and the guy's teaching her, like, I need you to do slow breathing and just breathe in.
Relax.
Breathe in. What's going on?
It's like he's like a news reporter that needs the story.
This woman's trying to just collect herself after having a panic attack from being overwhelmed.
He needs to calm it down. Okay? That's all I have to say.
It was so mean and not. He's just very unaware of the situation. He thinks that any news or any chance for him to jump in is a good time.
Oh, for sure. This is exciting TV is what he's thinking. Yeah. While the person might be dying.
I know. I do feel like a producer is there being like, we should just let this ride so we can watch this because it feels very real.
And then we can edit him in
later. It feels very real and genuine. Meanwhile, he's like, what'd you say? Something's good. And he slides in. Everyone, look at this mess that's happening.
So embarrassing for the people that are actually injured, too.
Yeah, I know. So I found some funny headlines. I found two good ones. One, I thought that was just funny to imagine. Another, I knew you would like.
Okay.
So this one is the one I find funny, is that this woman bought this house to flip it.
Okay.
And so she had people coming in to visit it and everything. And this family comes in and says, hey, or calls her and says, hey, we want to put in an offer, but we're just wondering when you'll get the driveway finished. And she's like, driveway finished? It's just the driveway. And then she comes back, the driveway is gone.
What do you mean?
Apparently, like the Saturday before, some guys came with like a truck and a backhoe and everything and just stole her driveway and tore it up and took it. And now the cops are trying to find who just took someone's driveway. But I was thinking about it. It is kind of the perfect crime if you want to steal someone's driveway for some reason. I guess I don't know what money, because like no one's ever going to stop a bunch of trucks just stealing you could do that right in the middle of the day because no one's going to stop. It's going to look legitimate, like you paid them to do it, and then they just take your driveway. So they're hoping that they find who did this because it's going to cost her like $12,000 to replace.
This is the headline that you found that was funny. I feel bad for this woman. You're out rooting on these criminals.
Because I think it's fun. It hits my funny bone when dumb things are stolen. I think it goes back to when we used to work at the movie theater, and I remember we used to think about like what would be like one thing you would steal if you could just walk out one day. Mm-hmm. And it would just be like something simple like, I don't know, like popcorn scoop or soda machines. So people would like say ridiculous things that wouldn't make sense. Mm-hmm. But I remember one guy, he's an evil genius. He said, I would unscrew the handle to the popcorn maker and take that because every other part of it is like crazy hot.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
If you take that, you can never replace it because how do you just order that one little part?
That's true.
So I just think it's funny. You take someone's driveway, it really ruins your day.
It does. Imagine that happening to us. That's horrible.
So funny to me.
This guy.
It's such a funny thing to steal.
Okay, well, what's the next topic? I
All right.
can't wait to see what else makes you
So the
laugh.
next one, in British Columbia, crab traps are being damaged and have been for years,
Okay.
and no one knows how they're being damaged.
Boat, easy, next.
All right, never mind. We'll just go on to the next one. No, they're catching some green crab, which sounds like it tastes
Oh.
horrible. So I don't know why I didn't look up what green crab, if they eat them or if it's like a science thing or not. But they put these crab traps out, and they just keep bringing them up, and they're all like bent up and damaged, and the bait's gone.
Oh,
And
funny.
all this stuff.
There's like an animal down there.
So they're trying to figure, like, okay, it's some marine animal.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, but then the marine scientists came out and said, no, there's nothing down there that could just destroy these things. Like, well, we know bears and wolves aren't diving to the bottom of this lake or whatever river and going down there and getting it. So what's getting it? And I will show you the video of what's actually
They
happening.
found out? I want to guess it's a dolphin.
Okay, so here it is. This wolf finds the buoy, and then he pulls backwards and he pulls the trap out of the water. So
Yeah?
he swims out to the buoy, gets
Oh
it,
my God.
pulls it to the side, and then pulls it out and then eats the bait.
What's the bait?
The bait, I think it's like eels or something, like some kind of meat.
She's a smart wolf.
Yeah, so, but apparently it's been happening since 2003. Or not 2003, 2023. And look,
one's caught him.
no one's got him. So they finally put a camera out there to be like,
Yeah.
what the hell is happening? And then they didn't realize it was a wolf.
Someone should keep him and
Yeah.
give him.
I want to know how he figured it out.
He's smart.
He just was like, I don't know what that is out there, but there's got to be a delicious treat at the bottom of it.
That one is good. That one is approved by me.
Yeah.
The other headline, I just worry about you.
Yeah. So then
I'm gonna start suspecting if something weird like that happens in our neighborhood. I'm like, where were you during this time?
well, yeah, but it's funny though. You got to admit. Someone's entire driveway.
All right, timeout takeaways from parenting this week. Okay, timeout takeaways from parenting this week.
Yes.
Our football game was on Sunday at 1. No, Sunday at 4:30.
4:20. Yeah, I don't know how you bad teams do it.
4:30 is not ideal for us in this house because the baby takes a nap from 12:30 to 2. So, if the game starts at 1, we have some time to just relax and watch it. If the game's at 8,
Doesn't
beautiful.
even matter, yeah.
4:30 NFL. Can
Yeah.
you just come on?
Because you're going, she's wide awake, she's running around, and dinner you gotta make then.
We had to pause it. We'd put our phones down. We were shunned from the world.
It can't be like how we used to do it, where it would before
Eat in front,
we'll
yeah.
just eat at the or be like, oh, we'll just wait till halftime and order something that
Yeah.
or make something quick right then. Now with her, for some reason, we gotta feed our baby because we love her.
We love her so much.
Yeah, so we gotta make her a meal, and so
And then bedtime is usually 7:38.
yeah. So if you got a close game, which this one wasn't necessarily close at the, it would look like it might have been,
Yeah.
but it didn't end that way.
So we paused it
We
and
paused
put
it,
her down. Then we had like the last couple minutes of the game to watch.
Yeah.
So luckily it was okay. But man, that was not a good time for us, for sure.
She wanted the problem right now. Well, it's like the benefit of her not liking me right now and not wanting me to read her stories and everything is she always wants to come over to you. So during the game,
know.
I could just prop up my feet and put my hands behind. I didn't do
I
that.
had to read her books the entire time.
But
Pretty much.
eventually, I was able to like persuade her to be like, okay,
Yeah.
second half, I'm gonna try it and hold her more and
Yes.
do things. And then she kind of was willing to play.
And she just wants to watch Minnie the whole time.
Yeah.
Because she sees the TV on, is excited because we don't have the TV on often.
No.
And she's like, "Oh, the TV's on. We're gonna watch Minnie," which is like this, what she calls a show in Disney Plus. She's obsessed with.
Yeah. Actually,
when
I'm gonna talk about that in a minute.
We have to break it to her, like, "Oh, actually, we're gonna watch football, but then we'll watch Minnie after." And little does she know, the game's 4 hours long, so she's pretty pissed by the end of it.
I will say it's something funny she picked up though. She like understood kind of when they would snap the ball.
Yeah, I don't know how.
Because like she'll go 3, 2, 1, and like would always pretty much snap,
Yeah.
or like time it out with the snap.
I don't know how.
Because
She
like
did
with me,
that.
she'll throw a ball to me and count down and
Yeah.
go 3, 2, 1, and
So
throw
maybe
it.
that's what she's thinking.
So she's thinking he's like throwing,
throwing the ball.
So she's like counting, but then somehow she's like understood snap counts.
Yeah, she's a genius.
Yeah.
She's really smart.
Yeah, so you just mentioned Minnie. That's what I wanted to talk about because I need advice from people. Is
Yeah.
so before Halloween, I think you had heard about this first, right? Didn't you?
I don't know
Didn't
how
you?
I
I think
found
you
it.
thought. I thought you saw something where people said
Maybe
it
on
was like a
TikTok.
good little show
Yeah.
to watch, and it's like a really
It's
good.
Mickey and Friends Trick or Treat on
Yeah,
Disney Plus. It's like a
and it's actually like
25
a
minute
really
movie.
good. Well, you can tell like Disney put their money into that one, and it is cute. It's funny. It has like three good songs on it, and Raven saw it and fell in love.
Yep.
And we've watched it 10,000 times since then. But the problem is it's not Halloween anymore. It's as
And
we're
she
record,
wants the music played during the day when we don't have it
yeah,
on.
as we're recording this, it's November 18th. So
Yeah.
we're going on over 2 weeks of listening to this daily because we have the soundtrack. And when she's really good and she hasn't had any TV in a while, we'll show her. We'll say, okay, let's watch something new because we might be going to Disney soon, and
Hmm.
let's watch a Disney movie or something. And she'll be like, Minnie.
Yeah.
And so, how do you not show that? Because we tried to show a Christmas version of it.
Well, there is. Well, we showed her some Christmas Mickey thing. There is a Christmas version of the Mickey and Friends,
Okay.
but if I remember, it's not shot in the same
Yeah, like
format.
that claymation.
Yeah, I don't, and we haven't tried it for her. That she's almost 2, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
But if she doesn't like it, we'll be watching Halloween.
On Christmas.
Yeah,
Just so
yeah, pretty
she's
much.
yeah, she's funny. So I don't know how you break that because
We could just cold turkey it.
yeah, but also she just likes it. And
Also, the music's kind of a bop.
it is good. Yeah, the first and second song are good.
Yeah, so we're kind of going through that right now. She'll get over it. We'll have to just find something new for her to love.
You said you were a big fan of the witch in that. She said she boiled her boyfriend
Oh yeah, that's really
alive.
funny. I love her song.
Yeah.
I mean, every point she's making in that song about who she's killed, who she's turned into stone, who
Yeah.
she sent the mailman to the moon because he messed up
Yeah.
her packages. I'm like, yeah, these are all reasonable
The
things.
mummy was getting too chummy. I think she says that on the line.
Does
She
she?
says that as a
That's so
line.
funny.
Yeah.
We also forgot to talk about. We went on a couple of dates last week. We didn't talk about it in the pod. So, do you want to talk about your daddy daughter date?
Yeah, so the daddy daughter date, you went to do cake pops with your mom.
Yep, and I'll touch
Yeah,
on
you
that in a
talked
sec.
about that. And I was like, okay, we'll be good. Our first like real daddy daughter date. Like we
Yeah.
had done I'd like driven her like when she was really little and didn't really know what was going on, but this is our first like us two going out. And we went out to get some Mexican food.
Mm, she
Yeah.
would love
She
that.
loved that. She was eating rice. She was watching people.
Eating chips.
There was a costume party happening in the room behind me, and so I didn't realize that was happening. So I could just see her going, watching people going into this room, being like, like that. And then at the end, she kept pointing to it, and I was just like, I don't know what you're saying. And I look in there, and I realized she was just saying like, um, what was it? It was like the Dumb and Dumber. It was Wayne's World. It was like every like weird. She's like,
People in
what are all these
costumes.
weird people? Dude, so she didn't know what was going on. But then after we went to
Mm.
milkshake place called the Crazy Mason. That's like they do like the crazy milkshakes and with like all the weird or not weird, but just a ton of toppings, like whole pieces of cake and all that kind of stuff.
Cold cookies.
So
Yeah.
I knew I went there for two reasons. I could have got a normal milkshake that just didn't have anything on there, but I also knew that if I sent a picture of one of those with all the chocolate and cookies and everything on top and put it in front of her and sent that to Michelle while she was doing that she would have a mini panic attack. That
Yes.
she let her be with me for a minute and gave her a whole milkshake, but we barely ate any of it in the end. It was just fun to do.
She had fun
But
though.
yeah, she had a good time. We were she was
Because
amazing.
we don't really give her things.
No, she had like a few scoops of the ice cream and then was more just concerned there was a horse painting on the wall and
She's
she was
probably
just
like, Mother would not like
no,
this.
mother would not approve, brother, and I will not partake in such things.
But the picture you sent me was very cute. She looked like she was like, "Oh my
Well, yeah,
god!"
that's the biggest treat I've
The
ever
fact
seen.
that you put that on her stroller plate that close to her blew my mind because
I-
I'm like, 1 second she could just go
Sure.
reach for it and the whole thing could fall over.
I figured she'd have that shock first of what is that
You did? 'Cause-
before and then right when I took the picture I saw her going for like the whipped cream. And I was
Yeah,
like,
there we
"Oh,
go." Yeah, so while you're doing that, I made cake pops with my mother. We went to a cake pop class. Um, you know, I want to bring up a topic on this podcast
Okay.
about my mother
Yes,
and maybe other mothers out there.
Gigi as we call her.
Gigi, yes. Is anyone else out there an introvert with an extroverted mother?
Yeah, extrovert is maybe even understand. Your mom is an
She's an
introvert.
uber extrovert.
She's like an uber. Well, so she's an introvert because she needs her alone time.
Yes.
Needs to recharge. But when she's recharged, she's the Energizer Bunny. She'll talk to anyone and anybody.
And it's the worst. It's the worst thing.
Okay, but for context, she's the opposite. She's an introvert who recharges by being alone and then goes, oh, now that I'm charged, I better go back there and be alone somewhere. So like they're on both, like it's how they use that energy.
My mother will talk to everyone and anyone. And now, is it a good thing? Maybe for humanity, whatever, like for her social life, for happiness as a human being, I guess.
Thanks.
Does she get like some perks, you know,
friends
for meeting people and
kindness,
connections and maybe discounts and
sense
free things? And I guess. But you know what? What is above all that? My annoyance, okay?
Your slight annoyance.
So here I am trying to enjoy this cake pop class with my mother. We're having a great time. And this lady next to her has to just keep talking. Because people can sense when my mother is around, you know? They look at her, they look at me, and they're like, no.
Yeah, because you're
she
like...
does not want to talk to me. They look at my mother, yes. That lady, she's the one. And...
yeah, and then you got to sit there and get engaged too, right?
Huh?
Do you get engaged in the conversations too with you?
Oh, no,
okay.
absolutely not. I try to.
You don't even like being next to a conversation.
Literally.
That doesn't involve you.
Literally don't know what's happening over there, but it doesn't involve me. I'm trying to make my cake pop. Also, I'm trying to do this with my mother, you know, trying to hang out with my mom.
She's probably trying to talk like, oh, I have a granddaughter now.
They literally are.
Yeah, well, they're talking about that, and like, she's like, yeah, my daughter's right here, and she's the one.
And I'm like,
and you're like it's just.
I don't know this woman, actually. I don't know who
Why is she talking about my child?
No, she's lovely. We should have my mom on the pod.
Yeah.
We should have like a hot take
I have
segment
to turn the mic down really low though for her. Like 2%.
2%.
Because I know I talk low and I always have to like bring mine up.
Yeah.
To match yours and bring yours down the touch. And for her, I might not even need a mic. I think everybody knows here.
I love her. She's wonderful.
Yes,
the cake pop classes. We made some cute cake pops.
Yeah, you did. They looked amazing.
Yes. Was the class perfectly run?
You took pictures. I'll post
Oh,
pictures.
yeah. Was the class perfectly run, like to our standards and our likings? No.
No.
I'll say the cake pop class teacher, my mom asked, you know, how much, with this amount of cake, how many cake pops can you make? And she said, oh, I don't know. I don't like cake pops. So we'll just end with that. All right, so timeout takeaways from week 11 of NFL football. Gardner, do you know how you did for last week for your predictions?
I think I did really good. I think I got one wrong.
You got 4 wrong.
Damn it. I went the other way this time. All right, I got 4.
You got Chargers. So the Chargers, you said they were going to win. You said the Raiders are going to win. Bucks. And then the Lions.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
so not the worst, not the best.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Ravens game. The Ravens won. It was slow, but it was
torture.
Yeah, it's a division game. It's just
stop with this nonsense.
But it's a real thing.
It's not. Our team
watch other division games.
Trash.
It's just division games. And by the way, it's a division game, and even though the Browns are trash and they have nothing on offense, they are the number 2 defense, and they got a guy who has like 15 sacks a game in Myles Garrett. So we
just almost lost to a better defense.
Yeah, a really good defense. But,
but it has nothing to do with the division. Our team is just...
Well, it does. It's division games. You just are familiar with each other. And that plays into it. I'm not saying it's the only reason, but the thing I don't understand is this weird Shadeur Sanders thing.
Dude, when he went out on the field and he was like motioning
he's
for
like
people
going
to
like
cheer
this
for him.
Like nobody's talking about that, which is kind of annoying me because he's going out there and trying to get the crowd into it. By the way, they're on offense, so you want the crowd to be quiet. So that's error 1. 2, even though you want the job, the starter just got knocked out with a concussion. So it looks kind of tacky when you're like, yeah, like that.
Also,
And then you come out and you look like you've never seen a blitz before or anything. He completed 2 passes, and by the way, there are some the reporters or journalists that I respect that I have lost a lot of respect for
mhm,
because they're saying, well, he didn't have any reps with the first team all week. Yeah, but he's played football before.
yeah.
Like, come, like this isn't
But this is his first time out on the big stage. It's a whole
he's
different vibe.
he's been in the big stage his whole life, being with
It's
Deion
different
Sanders.
than it's
He played
different than
in preseason.
college.
Okay, I'm not saying he had to look good. I don't even think he had to look okay. I just didn't. He should not have looked horrible.
I understand you, and I understand you. My problem with him is the whole douchebaggery of it all.
Yeah,
That's like my biggest problem is does he try to be unlikable? I've never seen someone be so comfortable with being disliked in my life. The way
yeah,
he has behaved, not just the
I know.
game, everything before, the miming, like,
Yeah,
oh my God, what a
he's
crazy
so he
person.
does the pumping up the crowd thing.
My biggest problem is that, but I will say, what are the Browns doing? They haven't had him practice with the starting team one time, not at all.
Yeah,
I heard, I think I read something about the linemen saying they weren't familiar with his cadence. What are the Browns doing? I really just feel like they're not setting anyone on for
no,
success over
they're a
there.
horrible organization. I'm not saying that he is like all at fault for not playing better than he did,
Yeah,
but he is a big part of not playing. Like he looked like he'd never seen pass rush before. Like
yeah,
the Ravens were blitzing and are not good pass rushers.
right.
So like they have Kyle Hamilton who like blew everything up and kind of ruined his day for him and stuff. But then the game ends, and on the other side of the field is
Douchebag.
two-time MVP Lamar Jackson, somebody who is a big deal.
Also, someone that you turned down a backup job for.
Exactly. Top three quarterback in the league, and you don't come out to the field to shake his hand.
Is no one
It,
talking about
I
this?
haven't heard anyone bring that up as if that's even a
Why?
factor. Like maybe a few like off the wall people, and then just on the other side of the field, show some respect. He doesn't come out there, doesn't even acknowledge.
And then one of our players went over and said, "Hey, you were really bad tonight."
I would love if they. I love he like acted out being really nice, like yeah, but he was like, man, you were just horrible here, just so the camera.
I just can't stand him. I
No.
can't, and I feel bad for the foot, like not being good at football. Like, not getting that chance, being told you're gonna be drafted super early and then not. Like, I can
Mm,
understand for that. Like, that is
yeah.
hard and sad and whatever. But the person he is that we see at least,
Mm,
I do not like him.
yeah.
He can at least be like a humble, normal guy, but he's just being an a-hole.
Yeah, yeah. I was talking to our good friend John, and he said something that made me laugh. Was he saw a headline? It was uh, Shadeur comes up short in Brown's loss, and or like in comeback loss or something like that. And John was like, you guys were winning when you came in. You can't put the headline can't be
Yeah,
comes up short
yeah,
because that implies that you were fighting your way back. No, you had the lead and you didn't maintain it.
yeah.
So it's just like everything. It's like this weird battle online. I don't really care like how where you are. Like I think he's better than he played against us if he had the right things. But he played so bad that I'm not so sure. I'm questioning that a little bit now.
Hmm.
Um, but the douchebagness,
That really, it's just not
the
helping his
the
case.
disrespect for just other players.
Yeah,
And
for
and then
sure.
and then what's funny is you can see like Kyle Hamilton, you can tell he doesn't like him.
Oh, he did the Shadeur
He did the
dance or
Shador
something.
dance within 30
Hilarious.
seconds. He sacked him and then did the Shador dance. And then they asked him about they're like, so what did you think about Shador coming out on the field? And he was like, oh yeah, I was confused as like why the crowd got all pumped up. And I said, oh, there's Shador. What I will say is I really like Keon, how he filled in for Marlon and got his first sack today. And I really love like he listed like four things that happened to Shador.
Yeah.
You can tell players are tired of it too, being like, you've earned nothing
Well,
in
the
this
other
league.
thing is, I saw that Miles Garrett said that in the locker room. Shadeur was telling his team that the loss is on him. He was putting it all on him, but Miles was like, "Oh, this is a team thing," blah blah. And I know that's like a standard thing to do, but I just have a feeling if the roles were flipped and the defense blew that game and Shadeur was like the stud, like he's trying to tell, he would not be up there
No.
saying,
Oh,
it's a team. Like, we're a team.
No,
We all mess up. He'd be calling people out.
I think he'd be up there being like, yeah, I should have started. I should have been starting. You see, like I think that would have been the thing he did. Yeah.
I just don't know what's going on with Lamar. I'm glad we won because I know that we have a very limited amount of games we can lose at this point, and I'm glad we don't have to worry about, that happening. I'm glad we won. I just am not happy with how we're looking. It's embarrassing. The fact that we're struggling that hard against a backup quarterback is crazy.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's not playing the backup, right? So I think.
Wait, that first guy is their starting quarterback?
Joe was the starter, and
then they traded
him. I mean, neither one is good, but like he's not playing the quarterback, so like he's playing the number 2 defense in the league. So I think
I get that.
And he's also playing Myles Garrett, which is a huge deal when you get 4 sacks and they get 6 sacks.
Right.
And I do think he's injured. I think he's healing, so he can't. His running is not anywhere near where it was. I thought that first drive he showed that it was back, but then all of a sudden he didn't score, and I think Lamar got frustrated, which is frustrating.
But he was getting frustrated all the time.
Yeah, and the most frustrating thing that you can have as a quarterback is pressure up the middle, because pressure up the middle, even if you're a super athletic quarterback, you got to really be able to see it coming and then react to it. But pressure up the middle when Ravens center and 2 guards cannot block a soul consistently. They'll put it together every now and then, like that big Henry run.
Which, by the way, speaking of slow.
No, it's not slow. People that keep saying that he lost the step and stuff. The person, by the way, if you rewatch that, who are the people he outruns? He outruns Zay Flowers.
Prince Henry.
He's faster than Zay Flowers. We just proved that.
Let's see it.
He did. That was the game.
They had a speedometer.
Zay's trying to get out in front of him to block, and he can't catch up. But the guy who catches up to him has the angle, and is all it's an angle. It's not an excuse. It's literal.
I understand.
Hold on. And it's Denzel Ward, who is one of the fastest players in the NFL.
When was the last time Henry had a touchdown like that?
So if you refer back to my previous point,
yes,
every now and then the linemen put it together, and you end up with a run like that. But most of the time, you don't. And Fa'alele is fa'alalan on his face. And all the time, they just put, there's whole collages of it. He's not looking good.
Harbaugh thinks our O-line is great.
I know, and that's the frustrating thing. Is Harbaugh will back his guys, which is frustrating as a fan. I respect him as a coach, and I don't mind him actually doing it. But it is frustrating to be like, well, then can we make an offensive line change? But that, to me, just shows how bad the offensive line must be, the backups must be, which is not good, because that's a whole system for them. So they got to fix that.
He was also saying Lamar played great, and I'm like, Harbs, let's be so for real right now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he played horrible. The 2 interceptions weren't his fault.
No, that is true. That's not very. What the heck happened that game?
It was weird.
It's bizarre.
Well, like at the beginning of the game, they said he had thrown 5 interceptions since the beginning of last season. Mm-hmm. That's it. 5 interceptions.
It counts against him. You said
both of them. So he has 3 interceptions this year.
That's annoying.
Yeah.
We will end the Ravens segment with Michelle's feelings. They're the only thing that are valid in this conversation. Okay. No, I just want to talk about Marlon, my boy. Mm-hmm. Now you're like, why would you talk about Marlon Humphrey? He wasn't even in the game. Correct. He was not. Here's my problem. As we are like getting ready to go to bed or something that night, I get a notification that Marlon Humphrey is live on Instagram. Mm-hmm. That's funny. He should not be live on Instagram because we are not talking and celebrating that victory.
That's rough.
So I'm like, this must be something else. I get on there and sure enough, he's about to go around interviewing players. Who are you going to interview? Who did well that game besides Andrews? You're going to go ask Henry why your big slow ass didn't get that touchdown? What about the doofus that calls those interceptions?
One of the fastest.
Why don't you talk to your O-line and see what the heck they're thinking and what they're doing over there? Why don't you ask Lamar, hey, what the hell's going on with your leg, buddy? Then flip the camera on you and say, when am I going to get back in this game? Because my finger hurts? How about you sit down, Marlon, and let's just fly home and let's think about the next week, okay? That is not a game to celebrate. And I also saw another clip. It was like after they walked off from winning, him and Zach Orr were all like hugging each other, like, congrats, like we won. Fuck off with that.
Yeah, I think the defense did good, so maybe that's why.
But I texted the group and I said, when I watched The Wired for this game, there should be no celebration, there should be no game balls, there should be no smiles. The only person we should be lifting up is Mark Andrews.
Yeah, and Kyle.
And Kyle Hamilton. And Roquan Smith. Those are the 3 I listed.
They did good, yeah.
I get celebrating like we won, but there's degrees of celebration, and that is low.
That would be quite the live if you turn it on and Marlon's getting in the face of everybody who did bad. Like, I'd watch that.
Well, for sure. And then he should go up to Harps and say, Harps, be for real right now. What happened out there?
Yeah, why is your offensive line
also,
suck?
who made that really cool Mark Andrews call? I want to know.
Yeah, was it you or was it?
It was a Monken.
Monken, yeah. I'm curious about that, too.
Anyway, that's all I have to say. I don't know. I just feel embarrassed after that game. I don't know. The struggle and the things that happened to us with those interceptions were just kind of crazy to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will say, in general, it was quite a windy East Coast over the weekend.
Yep. It was.
Because I saw the I don't know what game it was now, but it might have been the Eagles game where he kicked it and it went. It just went right before it.
It is funny to watch kicks and punts. It's very exciting because anything can happen. That was what happened in the Ravens game. Remember, the wind moves that ball and he muffed the punt.
Yes, you're right. Yeah.
It was crazy. And just one of the two things is the Jamar Chase spitting thing. He definitely spit on him. I was hoping he'd get a 2-game suspension so the Ravens wouldn't have to play him, but he got one. So that sucks. He's going to have 400 yards and 6 touchdowns.
Is Flacco out for?
He might not be playing, so that might be the one thing. Aaron Rodgers hurt, wrist hurt.
Oh, his little wristy.
He might. Tomlin's making it sound like as of right now, which is Tuesday, that he might play. I don't think he's going to, because I don't think the Steelers have any benefit. He's been looking bad while healthy, so I think they want to know, can Mason Rudolph actually play similar or better? So I think that's.
And they won that game this past week, so with Mason in there.
And then the other thing, which is, it's just kind of funny, is the Eagles finally get called for a false start on their tush push, but it's a time where they shouldn't have gotten called for.
Do other people agree with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a thing. So everyone's seen it. The defender gets real close to the line of scrimmage and then moves up an extra inch and puts his hand in the neutral zone. So the guard of the Eagles is smart, and he just reaches over and goes taps his hand real quick. And so that should be a penalty on the defense because the guy had already crossed the line of scrimmage. Anything after that is going to be the defense's fault.
I disagree with this.
Well, no, I get it, but it's like you can also, if I were to explain the whole thing to you,
I don't want to know.
You would understand why that is true. But in this situation, it's a really smart play. But all the refs saw was this lineman, I guess, wanting to get tickles in and goes, "Oh, that guy's."
That would sound. I feel like I could see you doing that.
What, tickling?
Well, I could see you being the Eagles guy, thinking that you could do that, and then...
I absolutely should be, and I would have gotten fined more for talking about it on to reporters about how dumb the refs are that they got it wrong, because I think that's such a smart play.
Yeah.
I mean, players do a version of it. It happens every game where a defender gets too close to the line and you'll see a lineman go, "Oh wait, he crossed." Oh, like acting like it tricked him. Like it's the same thing. It's just he did it intentionally.
Yeah.
So yeah, but that was one.
All right, guys, you know what time it is? Switch of approval. Who's Gardner's switch of approval? All right, Gardner, who is it?
I was just talking bad about him, but it's going to be Shadeur. I was talking a little bad about him, but he is amazing. It's Myles Garrett.
Yep.
Watching him in person, like watching a whole game, 4 quarters, he does so much. He has a motor. He doesn't quit. He gets 4 sacks. He might not be involved in a play, but is coming through trying to just destroy everybody. Like, he is dominant, and that's why I wanted the Ravens to get him, and I would trade all 53 guys. Which is
not Marlon, though.
Marlon's the one I'd keep out of the 53. Okay, yeah, but I do think, it's Myles Garrett. He's incredible.
How did your fantasy team do?
I lost both games.
Same, two losers, double losers up top.
Yeah, in the crazy league, Lamar got me negative 77 points.
So you should be more mad than anyone about Lamar's performance.
I just needed a good punter, and my punter didn't do as well. I think he only scored me like 90 points.
This league is so stupid.
I really needed my punter to really kick it in, get me 200, 250 points, something like that.
The fact that you're relying on your punter to win a football game is insane.
Yeah, sometimes games are won and lost with a good punt. Okay. And this league underlines that and makes everyone recognize. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I also lost. I only lost by like a point or two to my dad.
Sucks, yeah. And he's like last in the league.
Whew, my mom's the last. Her team is terrible.
Yes.
All right, babe.
If she do less of this to all these strangers, and more studying of her team, maybe she'd win.
I agree. I think she'll like that. I think she'll like you said that. All right, matchups for week 12. Gardner, I'm gonna run down. You know what to do. Bills Texans.
like the comment. You know what to do.
I'm a good podcaster.
And you are good. You're a good, like, you're a producer. You're a mother.
I'm a mother.
You're a host.
I'm a host.
Bills.
Seahawks Titans.
Seahawks.
Jets Ravens.
I hope it's the Ravens. They're gonna start Tyrod, and I'm afraid of Tyrod for some reason.
Steelers Bears.
Oh,
We don't know who's playing.
Well, I don't think it matters. I think it's more just, are the Bears gonna just break under that pressure?
I see they're doing well.
I'm gonna say Bears, I guess.
Browns Raiders.
Oh gosh, Raiders. Because if Shadeur comes out playing like that, if he's even playing, then I don't see how they can win.
Do you know if he's practicing?
I don't know.
Eagles Cowboys.
It would be funny if they still didn't let him practice with the first team, even though they knew he was starting.
They might. They're like petty over there.
But they're the ones that draft. They didn't have to draft him. Like
that's true. They didn't have to.
We were actually wanted to.
Yep.
And he said no. So okay.
And we actually, Lamar was out for 1 game or 2 games.
Like 2 games.
And he could have actually played.
He would have played. Yeah. That's funny. Eagles.
Bucks Rams.
I keep picking the Bucks and they keep losing.
I'm gonna go Rams.
Yes, I'm gonna pick Rams.
I also
You're gonna go for me.
I saw an article that's saying that Rams is the best NFL team.
Nah.
Colts Chiefs.
Oh man. Chiefs, I think. I don't think the Chiefs will keep losing. I think eventually they'll have to turn it around. I don't have any faith in the Colts because Danny Dimes sucks.
Vikings Packers.
Packers.
Giants Lions.
Lions.
Pats Bengals. Toughie.
No, it's not. Pats are like one of the better teams. I will say I apologize to Patriots fans. I know I have been accidentally not talking about the Patriots at all. That's just because I find them boring and I think that your quarterback isn't good and everything like that. That's why I haven't been talking about him. It's not anything personal.
So what is the apology?
I kind of started it thinking that they deserve to be talked about more because they're winning, but then I started thinking about why I'm not talking about them, and now I think I should talk about them. Rescinding it, and I'm probably gonna talk about it even less.
We could edit this out. You're gonna do that, or you're just gonna leave it?
No.
Okay. Jaguars Cardinals.
That is a horrible game. I think I say that every single time it's the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals have the easiest schedule in the league because every single time it's always the Cardinals and some horrible team, and I always make that same joke.
Yeah.
But it's genuine. I think that's the worst thing I've ever seen.
Okay.
But it should be the Jaguars.
Oh my God. Falcons Saints.
That is also awful, but I'll say Falcons because Saints are really bad. And
Panthers 49ers.
49ers are somehow on some kind of streak right now. So
I could have gone on my Falcons rant, but I didn't.
You always have a weird Falcons rant.
Just for a second, you can cut it if you'd like. Okay. The quarterback of the Falcons, Penix.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I remember it.
Did an interview and they asked him who do you rely on in those moments when you I don't know if you need just help or
pressure.
When there's pressure, there's questions or whatever. He said his fiance, which is so sweet, and his college, and his team, his coaches from high school or college. Mm-hmm. And the article was what, you don't have the Falcons quarterback coach or the coach or any. And then when I looked it up, because I had typed an angry note about that. So then I looked it up today, and I saw that since then, the Falcons came out and clarified, oh no, of course he has support from our staffing. And then Penix came out and said he clarified that yes, I have support, but I also rely on my fiance and my other outside coaches. And I'm like, okay, Falcons suck.
Yeah, I feel like if that were true, he would have said that.
Yes, he would have said that. There would have been, because he was really thinking when he was asked.
He's like,
at first he was unsure about the question, and then he was thinking, and then he said, my fiance.
Probably what about your coaches? He oh yeah, my high school coach. I'll talk to him.
I just, from what I've seen so far this season and what we've discussed, which you provide insight into things, the two organizations I do not want to play for are the Browns and the Falcons.
But they've just kind of fallen off a cliff, and
They're just both teams. I feel like they don't know what they're doing.
It's bad.
Drafted.
It's like franchises.
We got
They're just
6
bad.
quarterbacks on one team. We got Kirk Cousins. We're not starting him every week.
Brown's like, all right, we got Flacco. Yeah, he could win us a few games. Let's trade him to our rival. That's their plan.
All right, I just wanted to just I usually have some kind of Falcons, even though I don't know, I have no allegiance to them. I just feel for them.
No.
Okay. Well, we are officially out of timeout. Thank you for listening, for all your support. You can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at the Family Timeout Podcast. We'll be back next week with more hot goss, hot takes, and parenting updates next week.
Don't steal our driveway.
Oh my God. I can't believe you think that's funny. All right.
What about that wolf, though?
That was cute, and you were right that I would like that.
Yes.
I support the wolf, and they should keep putting the traps down so he can keep
Get a little
nibbling.
nibbles. Get a little nibbles.
What's he hurting? He might eat a green crab by accident, and then we'll know if it's okay to eat or not.
Yeah, well, we're going to find out, like, green crabs are, like, extremely endangered or something. He's just done there munching on them.
For the past,
He's
like,
eaten, like,
2
the
years.
last 8.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.